All right, for more on what this could all mean for Microsoft, let's bring in Fast Money friend Gene Munster. Gene, what's your take on the report?
Melissa, first I want to get some context to a question you had with Steve, which is how many of these users do they actually have? And I have an estimate. I think it's about 5 million. There's about 450 million Office users. And so this is still just scratching the surface. Just want to put some context around it. And that small base should be taken into consideration when you look at the company's positive comments about the product over the past 6 months. On the April earnings call, they talked about 60% of the Fortune 500 companies are using it. And on the June quarter, which they reported in July, they talked about the usage doubled quarter over quarter. Now, of course, off of a small base, that's relatively easy. I'm going to answer your question now, Melissa. What do I make of all of this? I think this is just simply growing pains. And ultimately, the question comes down to, will these products, and no one's going to unseat Office, so we're going to continue to use Office, will they deliver enough value for people to increase what they're spending from $100 to $360 a year? And I think the answer is that we don't see it today. That's the rub against AI. But ultimately, I think we're going to see it. And I just generally put this into the category of growing pains. And eventually, they'll let up these features. And I think consumers are going to get really excited about it.
Gene, how about the resegmentation kind of reporting that they announced earlier in the week, or it was last week, maybe it was. And I don't think that's terribly significant, except for the fact that, again, part of this is trying to back out the Azure growth relative to the AI component, and it kind of looks flat. So I'm just curious your thoughts, and is there any smoke and mirrors here? Do you care? Is this significant?
Well, you're right. The Azure piece, if you back out the AI, it's not as exciting. But of course, what's exciting going on right now is AI. And I think that from my perspective, we're still very early in that. We've talked before, my belief that we're in a 3 to 5 year, early stages of a 3 to 5 year bull market powered by AI. And so I think that that's okay that their growth is coming from AI. I think it's okay that that's where NVIDIA's growth is coming from. I think that my central question is, how long will that grow for? And I'm in the camp that this is going to grow much longer than people believe. And I'm a belief that this is going to be bigger than the internet. And if that ends up being the case, I think that we will see these features being powerful enough to get people excited. I think what we're going to see on September 9th with Apple, same kind of idea, like how they're building Apple Intelligence into getting people to buy hardware. I think that Microsoft will be successful at getting that to happen. And so, Tim, I understand that the parsing of those numbers, but ultimately I think it's okay that all that growth is coming from AI.
Gene, I know you're a Meta man, but if new money to put to work right now, Microsoft, Meta, obviously Meta has outperformed 9-1 on Microsoft. New money getting put to work right now, where does the dollar go?
I think you got to look at the valuation piece. In Deepwater, we do own Meta. It trades at 20 times, basically a calendar 26 number. That seems like it's pretty far out there, Steve, but a year from now, that's what we're going to be talking about. If you look at Microsoft on that same metric, it's trading at 26 times. And so you got a 26 multiple, a 20 multiple. Both the companies are going to have huge exposure to AI. Close to 100% of their business is ultimately going to be impacted by that. And so my camp, my money are, if you want to, ultimately our portfolio reflects how we view, and we don't own Microsoft and we own Meta.
Gene, what do you think the thinking is behind Microsoft charging a subscription, basically a fee for its AI assistant, as opposed to incorporating it into its software and making that a must-buy for offices? It just seems curious that they can charge another layer on top for this additional feature when it seems like the consumer expectation would be that it is incorporated to the software they buy.
Ultimately, it's going to come down to the value. And I think if we go and look back at other tech, as you get more value, the prices can go up over time. And so I think iPhones are a great example of that. Originally came out around $400. The average price of an iPhone now is $850. And so I think that if they can deliver, which I believe eventually they will, on these kind of productivity enhancements, I think consumers and businesses, enterprises are going to pay up for these. And so I'm okay with them charging more. I think so. It's going to be a good thing longer term.
Gene, good to see you. Thank you. Gene Munster,
Thank you.
Deepwater.